Welcome to the Towfield Alliance Church update for the weeks of March 27th and April 3rd. In keeping with our crazy year, last weekend we started the spring with a snowstorm. So thank you for those of you that ventured out and made it to church, and thank you for those that joined online. This update I want to start with just a few program things. One is for our Sunday school. With the disruption of last weekend, there's a bit of a change in our schedule. So we will not have Sunday school on this Sunday, March 27th, but we will have Sunday school for the 3 consecutive Sundays, April 3rd, 10th, and 17th. The Esther Bible study is resuming on April 3rd, and that is at 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. in the afternoon. That's for grade 9 through 12 girls, and it's led by Pam and Morgan Sly. The Daniel Bible study takes place on Wednesdays. It's a study by Dr. David Jeremiah, and it's on the book of Daniel, called Agents of Babylon, and it's led by our Daniel, hosted by that. Come and share in a time of study and a time of fellowship. There's an interesting conference coming up on the schedule from April 20th to 29th. There's a Family Life Parenting Conference. And this is put together by Family Life Canada, which is a division of the Power to Change organization. They're making some videos available free, and parents can watch them at any time. But we would like to get some people together, one for an afternoon session and then maybe one for a Saturday session, so people can watch those together. So if you're interested in that, connect with Deanne, and her email is available in the email version of this update, and then she can schedule a time that works for a number of people to be able to do that together. The coming Sundays, the next 2 weeks, Pauline and I are going to be away. So we'll be taking some vacation time, and we're going to be having 2 guest speakers. One is Gary Reimer, who is from Sherwood Park, and another one is from Wayne Newmiller, and he's been here before, so you know him. After that, I'm really looking forward to the Easter season. We can plan our Easter events without having to worry about restrictions or masks. So on April 10th, it'll be Palm Sunday. I'm talking about those events, talking about the triumph and the tragedy. And then following the service that day, we'll have a potluck, so join for that. We will have a Good Friday service at 10 o'clock on Good Friday and 15th, and then our Easter service is on April 17th. There are some initial or tentative plans to have a vacation Bible school this summer from July 4th through 8th, if enough volunteers can be secured. If you're able to help with that, let me know, and I'll let the planning team know, and then we can go ahead and make plans for that. There will be a joint vacation Bible school with ourselves, Towfield Community Church, and Bardo Lutheran. I also want to just thank you for your support for the food bank. I know our big grocery cart looks a little empty, but that's probably because many people have shifted to monetary donations, and probably the snowstorm last weekend didn't help at all. But thank you so much. Our church does great support for the Towfield Food Bank, and it is so appreciated. As well, thank you for your support. I know the things in the Ukraine just tear our heartstrings. And there are so many refugees right now, many of them arriving in Poland, I think 1.6 million or more in Poland by now. And the Alliance has a hand in just helping to coordinate some relief efforts and to funnel some funds to there. If you want to give to relief effort through the Alliance, the Global Emergency Response Fund, you can do that through their, directly through the webpage. There's links to that. And as well, you can simply add that to your church offering and designate Ukraine support, and we'll make sure it gets designated, it gets sent to the national office, and they can get sent to Poland, and it can get to help in the hands of those that need it. On March 27th, Gary Reimer will be here, and he's talking about discovering the will of God. He's from Sherwood Park. He and his wife Lee will celebrate 44 years married this July. They're the parents of 3 adult children and I think about 12 grandchildren. Gary received his degree from Bible College, Canadian Bible College. A number of years ago, he has served as a pastor, he has served as a police officer, and he's also served as a hearings officer for Immigration Canada. He enjoys being a continual learner, and he's going to be talking about, and he's experienced the grace of Jesus. And he suggests that you may want to listen, and you may hear a little bit about that this weekend. Passage that he's going to be talking about is in Romans 12:1 and 2, where it says, "Therefore I urge you, your brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing and perfect will. The following week on April 3rd, Wayne Newmiller will be here again. You're getting to know him. He's been here a couple of times now. And he'll be talking about kings and kingdoms, addressing the question, which king do we serve? And the text you can read in advance for that week is John chapter 18, verses 28 through 40. In that passage, Jesus is questioned by Pilate, and he says, "My kingdom is not an earthly kingdom. If it were, my followers would fight to keep me from being handed over to the Jewish leaders. But my kingdom is not of this world." Thanks so much for joining in this update. Thank you for joining on Sundays at 10 in person or live stream, or joining at a later date at your convenience. Take care, and God bless.